in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy everybody, welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you this morning from the front porch. We had some rain and a pretty good storm. As I look out in the front yard here, got some limbs down and some debris I gotta clean up today. But anyway, we had a storm come through last night, rain, so the back patio, chairs, furniture, table and all is soaking wet. So we're out here under the covered front porch, and we're gonna get it in one way or the other this morning. Hope everybody is doing good. Already can feel the old whistle getting dry. But anyway, we're out here and we're gonna get it in. Got a quick update before we get off too deep into the knives and the show on brother Jason McMillan, Ozark boy. I was able to finally talk to him on the telephone. First time since I've been back off of vacation. We had exchanged some text, but he called me yesterday. I've kind of tried, I know the guy is recuperating and resting. You kind of want to be, don't want to be bothering somebody. I kind of left the ball in his court when he wanted to call me, and he called me up yesterday, and we had a good conversation. Gave me an update that I'm going to pass on to y'all. Nothing too earth-shattering, but what I got, I'm going to pass on. He has, of course, had his procedure. And for anybody that don't know, Jason is from Springfield, Missouri. Excuse me. And they had shipped him up to Kansas City, Missouri for this most recent surgery. And as of yesterday, he is still there in Kansas City, recouping, and but they are looking, maybe as when you see this video, he may already be back to Springfield. They were looking at transferring him. He's had the surgery and getting him back closer to home there in Springfield into a rehabilitation center there in Springfield. But anyway, we're going to call it a praise report. Jason said the surgeon and doctors, everybody that has spoke to him post-surgery, said that they were, able to go in there and clean up, and what they went in to do, they did, and it was successful. So I am hoping that leads to sunnier skies and a lot less pain for Jason, but he's still in a lot of it. I could tell he was a little groggy when talking to me. I'm sure he's on all kind of meds and, painkillers and all that. He was in pretty good spirits. I've talked to him, several phone calls throughout this process. And I mean, when you're bedridden and you're in a hospital, you got highs, you got lows. Excuse me. He was in pretty good spirits, but he did say, told me HT, especially in the mornings, he is still in a heap load of pain, which I hate, and I'm hoping will hopefully subside soon. We'll get past some of that, but anyway, he is definitely not out of the woods, and still, in a lot of discomfort a lot of the time. So just keep him in your prayers. Sorry, we got morning traffic. A parade of trucks coming by down here on the road in front of me. But do keep him still in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully he'll be back closer to home, if not right now, in the next day or so. They were fixing to look at getting him back to a rehab there in Springfield. So that's what I have for you on Jason. Just thought I told him, you know, asked him if it's okay to pass it along, and he said it was. So there's that. So let's get into a what you totin', which I did a video for this earlier, so I won't go too in depth. I did a little short on what you totin' today, but Holy Land Pocket Cross, that is always first and center in my carry. We have the, gotta say this real slow, Streamlight Micro Stream. That's one, if you go to saying that one too quick, you sound all kind of crazy. We have that light also in our front left pocket. We got the old truck fob. We got the old Open Sea leather wallet. And today, on the hip, we are carrying this guy. Yep, we got old fixed blade. Has a nice, as you can see, deep carry ride on this. And this is, well, as you hear the little jingle bells coming, I have Abby right here at my feet, and Maddie is running around like a caged animal. So that is the bell you all hear in the background. Y'all are used to it in my videos. But anyway, this is what we're toting today. This is the old Buck 539, or more affectionately known as the Open Season. And this is a little bird and trout knife. That is what it's designed for. But yours truly thinks it makes an absolutely excellent EDC knife, EDC fixed blade. One of my favorite EDC fixed blades that I own. Love this knife. Not sure why I haven't carried it more than I have. Honestly, I was talking to a buddy, shout out to Bobby at RDS Wood Turning. I was talking to him last night, and folks, I feel it coming on. I'm not sure if I should fight the feeling or what, or just let it come on natural, but I feel a fixed blade. I feel that fixed blade bug coming on. Not that I'm just going to quit and all of a sudden HT hates traditional knives and pocket knives. That'll never happen. That is my number one love, but I'm telling you, I have got the fixed blade bug right now. I have been toting quite a few on my EDC here lately, and I've never not loved them. I've always had a love for fixed blades, but I got a little something coming on right now with fixed blades. Going through my fixie phase, if you will. But this little guy is one of my favorites. Show you that. Well, I'm gonna have to turn it upside down for you to see the old 539 there on the Ricasso. You got your Buck USA, your anvil, and if you turn it around here, I don't know if that'll focus. There you go. Boss got the flame. Paul Boss heat treat there on the top, and S30V. So this guy's got a little bit of upgraded blade steel. Walnut on the handles. Nice hardwood there, handles. And yeah, just love this little thing. Obviously, this thing is in existence as a bird and trout, a game and fish, deboning, filleting, of course, skinning, caping knife for your small game animals. But and folks, look at this little, I'm telling you what, this thing, I don't have anything to cut out here on this porch, but this thing is a hypodermic little scalpel. It's got a cute point. I mean, this thing has it all. It's got this big, generous choke up finger choil on it, and I love what Buck did here. You got a little area right there, if you can see, a little flat that's unsharpened, so you can get up here. Big, huge finger choil for, if you need to get up inside that animal, do your intricate stuff. Has a cutout here for your little pinch cuts. I mean, they thought it out on this one. Jimping, a little bit of thumb jimping right up here where your thumb would land nice and natural. just an awesome knife. The 539 open season bird and trout, and in HT's case today, EDC fixed blade. And like I say, has a nice low ride, as you can see there. For us full figured gals, you got nothing. I mean, I added this little lanyard to it actually last night. Didn't have this on there, but I just added this. Give it a little, you know, little aesthetics, what have you. But anyway, you got nothing. That, I mean, that lays down. That doesn't, you know, nothing, no handle above the sheath up here, jigging you in your old lady lumps there. Just an awesome, awesome hunting, fishing, and I say EDC fixed blade. Okay, let's get into it. Wet the old whistle with the Coke Zero this morning, and I am going to take you, you've seen the thumbnail, 3 for Thursday. Going to show you 3 knives in my collection, all of the same model, and kind of give you a little ride through history on this model. And the one I want to talk to you about, lovely, I got it set down here on my on my little table, end table here beside me, and I got nice Arkansas pollen all over it, so let me get that off. Is this guy, the Gerber 650, or more affectionately known by all as the Gerber Gator. As a Miami Hurricane fan, go you. This is about the only gator, unless it's fried. And there's 2 types of gators I like. I like fried gator on a platter, and the Gerber gators. All those other ones, ugh, terrible, the worst, the pits. But anyway, this is the Gerber Gator, and this knife right here, this model, not this particular knife, but this iteration right here, the old 50-50, you got half serrations, and you got half straight edge on the belly and the tip. This half and half 650 right here, this was the first knife that this is my gateway drug into my collecting. EDC, this is the first knife that I started toting. Hey, I'm going to carry me a knife every day on my person. It was this knife, the Gerber Gator, and it just shows you how tastes have changed. Right now, I am not big on a serrated knife. I do know they have their place. If I was going to be cutting a bunch of rope or twine or something, that was my daily activity, or if I worked on like a boat or rigging, had to cut rigging and all, I have no problem with serrations. They have their place. But right now, I really don't, I'm not a serrations guy on my daily carry. I don't have a whole lot of use for it most times, but this just goes to show you how your tastes change. And I was probably 24, 25 years old when I started toting this knife. Man, you see these big old teeth on it, and this big old belly and pronounced point on it. As a young man, I thought this was just the meanest, toughest thing. Man, this thing looked awesome. And it was. And I toted it, and I cut a lot of things, and this knife was, this was my partner for several years there before I started branching out. And man, let me see what else is out there, I'm a knife guy now, I need more of these. But anyway, this guy right here was the gateway drug for me, the old half and half. And of course, most of you know about this knife, but it has a mid backlock. Now, and this is, I'm not going to go over this. I'll do it on this first one, the components, because they pretty much don't change. You got a mid backlock. On the first 2 you're going to see, you have all of them are stainless steel, but this is 420 HC on this knife, and the second one I'll show you, 420 high carbon. You guys know that. Some of you love it. You either love it or hate it. I love it. 420 high carbon, made famous over, with these guys, buck knives. But the same guy that ran and is noted, infamous with buck knives, their 420 HC, Mr. Paul Boss, well, he also went to Gerber, and I don't know how long he was there, stayed with those guys or what have you, but this is also Paul Boss heat treated, his heat treatment inspired 420 HC. He worked with Gerber also on theirs. So I'm not going to get here into a metallurgy, argument with anybody. 420 HC, the buck stuff, the stuff on these Gators, they do me just fine. If you don't like it, you think it's an inferior steel, it ain't for you. Winner, chicken dinner. I have never found any fault in it. But anyway, Paul Boss did work with Gerber on their 420 as well. One other feature that is going to be synonymous on all three of these is this right here. And this is called the Pause Stop. Shout out to Brother Chuck, Briar Patch Blades, for versing me up on this. But if you guys know on Gerber folders, they're going to have this little stop right there. And I would say, right there would be about 90 degrees, would be a traditional half stop, but it goes just a little. So what, 80 degrees maybe? But anyway, coming down, it stops right there, and you have a little force to bring it on home, or opening it up, boom, right there, little force to take it on into full open. But it is nothing more than the same thing, the same concept as a half stop. If you're on this knife and it goes to right there, something to stop before this blade comes all the way down on your fingers. If you bump this knife or something on a ledge, you're working with it, somehow I don't know how it would come unlocked, but anyway, it's a safety feature, and it's a little past halfway. So, and they call it the Gerber Pause Stop. So there's that, and that is on most every Gerber folder that I own has that pause stop. But that is numero uno. Number two, of course, I'm going to fail it. There we go. Get the pollen off of this one. And this is the same knife as this one, but we have a plain blade. We have got rid of the serrations and just went to a plain straight edge on this drop point blade. You can make a point that this is it has you guys tell me, is that a clip point or a drop point? You definitely have the belly and all the goodness of a drop point, but I mean, there's no doubt about it. It is clipped off up here. I guess that would, technically, this would be a big bellied clip point. You guys tell me. It's kind of like a clip point and a drop point had a baby, because you kind of got the best of both worlds. You got the pronounced tip of the clip point, but my Lord, do you have a lot of belly there, like in a drop point. Anyway, I digress. This right here is my dedicated truck knife. You've probably seen some videos. If you've seen some of my shorts, my truck carry, truck EDC. This knife right here is all the way, always stuck right down. It sits up like this, and I have a center console there where my phone goes, your bliss decks, you change. Anyway, it sits right in there, and it is at arm's reach all the time when I'm in my truck. Have a thumb stud on here, and I call this one my blackout. Me and Dwayne found this knife. This was at a knife show. We went to, I believe, in Longview, Texas is where I got this knife, and it was on a gentleman's table there, and my heart about, beat out of my chest when I saw this. Of course, this model hits home. It's home to me. Will always be, a sentimental knife to me, because it's what it got it, it's what got it all started for me. But when I seen this, and somebody has customized this and blacked out everything, I'm talking about handle, lock, the back lock, the hardware, the blade. I actually added the black thumb stud on here and sharpening choil, but everything on this is all murdered out black. It just looks mean, aggressive, and this is my dedicated truck knife. Got to have something in your my opinion. You want a big, some form of burly knife, you know, with you in your automobile. If you have to, you know, at arm's reach, if you have to get out and take care of business, you don't want, you know, a case peanut, you know, in your truck. That's just my opinion. This is my Brute. There you go. Actually deployed it right for once with a thumb stud, but this is at arm's reach. The Gerber, I call it my blackout, and love this thing. And the last one, no, we're getting long in the tooth on this video. The last one I want to show you is this one. And this is a more of today's iteration of these same knives. Same shape, same handles, but they have went with a spear point blade now. And if you could tell, it has just a little bit of a recurve right there on that spear point blade. And they have even upped the blade steel. This is 154 cm. So a little jump up in quality, edge retention, if you will, from the 420 high carbon. Now it is a spear point, and they give you 154 cm. And as you can tell, I just got this in, and this one is a little bit of a disappointment to me. It did not, well, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like, minus the pollen that I have all over it. That is what it should look like up there. And as you can see, mine looks a little chewed up. Well, when I got this in, and on the video, this was an eBay purchase I just got in, it didn't look like that. But when I got this thing home, and it's a used knife, luckily I got it for a good price, and this will definitely be a user now for sure. But when I got this home and I started doing my little scrub-a-dub-dub on it, took it to the sink, you guys have heard 1,000 times, you know, what I do when I get in a new knife. Well, in my scrubbing and cleaning, I did not know, but evidently this knife at some point has sat out in the sun a lot and had baked. Well, anyway, it started flaking off rubber around this this top edge. So I have kind of evened it up the best I can, you know, cut some of it off and trimmed it back. It still locks up. It's still fine. It's just an ugly duckling. Still has that pause lock as always, but and honestly, I'm sure the seller didn't know that it was, you know, gonna disintegrate on me, because it came to me, you know, looking just like this, and when I got to rubbing and cleaning on it, I started losing some rubber. So there's that. You win some, you lose some. There's an eBay little disappointment, if you will. But since then, I have put the moisture to it. We have put a bunch of Ed's sheath salve on here, some oil. We have lubricated this, and I think we have got some moisture back in these rubber handles. And I think that's all the handle I'm going to lose. And honestly, one of these days, I may you know, buy one cheap or something, and maybe even take this one right here and maybe swap the scales and just put some nice, you know, nice good scales on my new one. It ain't the end of the world. Or send it to Gerber, get some covers put on it. Totally fine, but doesn't look the greatest. But anyway, this is a today's variation of the Gator. Has a nice spear point on it. We got this thing sharp, clean, lost a little material in the process, but this thing is clean, it is lubed, it is sharp, and definitely will be a user. And just wanted to show you what a today's model of the Gator, the 650, looks like. And that is it. So I love them. They will always have a place in my heart and in my EDC rotation. Like I say, if I'm in my truck, I have this knife, and there's good reason for it. It is a bruiser. It is tried. It is true, and it just gets the job done. And and again, I cannot tell you how good. This is one of the best ergonomic knives out there. I mean, it feels so good in hand. The big finger choil here for your index finger, and then your last three just, I mean, I'm an extra large size glove, and I fit on this thing like it was just, you've heard me talk about the Buck 112 being, the knife fairies came and made it for me in my sleep. Well, this one ain't far behind it. For a big bruising knife, you don't get much more ergonomic than a Gerber Gator, in my opinion. Anyway, that's what I got for you. 25 minutes. Sorry about that, but that is a little walk down history lane for the Gerber Gator, the 650, kind of to show you, you know, we'll get them all out here one last time and just kind of show you what's out there. And there's actually another model or two I haven't showed you here. One that has a plain blade but has a gut hook, so it is really for you deer hunters and hide skinners. I need to pick that one up and, you know, do a video on that. But anyway, there is the three we got right here: plain edge, half and half, and the new spear point. Great knives, American made, and I love them. So anyway, I love you guys too. Thank you for watching. If you're still here with me at 26 minutes, we're going to let you go. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm HT. We're out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see.